Nobody dreamt of a future where humans would outweigh vehicles and wouldn't be able to walk for years because they are obese. Sadly though, we are living that future. Thanks to the thriving fast food industry and extreme ignorance about fitness, obesity is becoming more rampant than ever. While most of us fret about an extra kilo or two once in a while, for some, their struggle with weight is in an entirely different league. For these people, they are talking about hundreds of kilos, and their battle is not just with the flab, it's a life or death struggle. Here are 10 of the heaviest people to ever exist in human history. 1. Paul Mason. Paul Mason, 51, was once considered the world's fattest man, weighing in at a shocking 980 pounds, 444.5 kilograms. He used to consume 20,000 calories a day, which is 10 times what a normal man consumes. He said he knew it was killing him, but he could not stop. It started when he suffered a heartbreak in his 20s at the time of his father's death and the deterioration of his mother's health. Jobless, he still managed to spend a whopping 30,000 pounds, 46,000 Singapore dollars, a year on food. He was told to undergo a gastric bypass or risk a certain death. After surgery, he went down to 560 pounds, 181 kilograms. Now he is looking to have the rolls of unsightly excess skin from the weight loss removed. 2. Donna Simpson. Donna Simpson, 45, is an American woman who in 2008 announced that she wanted to become one of the world's heaviest women. Her ideal weight was 1,000 pounds, 450 kilograms, and she set up a website where fans paid to watch her eat. In 2008, she weighed 630 pounds, 290 kilograms, but her weight went down to 602 pounds, 273 kilograms, in 2010. In 2010, she won the dubious honor of Guinness World Record holder for the heaviest woman to give birth when she had a baby named Jacqueline via cesarean section. The birth of the baby required a team of 30 doctors. She now has a son and daughter with her partner, Philip Gwamba, whom she met on an online chat room for overweight women. In August 2011, Simpson finally decided to go on a diet to decrease her weight to 370 pounds, 170 kilograms, as she said she wanted to be more self-sufficient and do a better job of raising her children. 3. Manuel Uribe. Born in 1965 in Monterrey, Nuevo León, Mexico, Manuel Uribe is known for having ballooned to the weight of 6 men. On a diet of tacos and pizzas, he reached a peak weight of around 597 kilograms, and was bed-bound since 2001. His mother looked after his every need, but he aspired to one day leave the room and venture outside into the world. When he was growing up, Manuel said he was normal. He was born, he weighed a very average 7.5 pounds. He always had a big appetite, but it wasn't until he hit his 20s when his problems began. In 1927, he got married and moved to the US for work. When he left, his weight was 280 pounds, 127 kilograms. He said life in the US was very sedentary. He only moved from his home to his desk, where he sat at his desk the whole day. Combined with the fast food diet of the US, his weight ballooned 550 pounds, 249 kilograms. He began developing a growth on his right thigh, restricting his movement. With the help of doctors and nutritionists, he reduced his weight to 360 kilograms, 790 pounds. His weight loss efforts continues to this day. In mid-2009, it was falsely reported that Manuel had died. As of February 2012, he weighed 440 pounds, 200 kilograms. 4. Robert Earl Hughes. The late Robert Earl Hughes was during his lifetime the heaviest human recorded in the history of the world. Born in 1958, his excessive weight was attributed to a malfunctioning pituitary gland, and he tipped the scales at 480 kilograms at his heaviest. At the age of 6 years, he weighed 92 kilograms, and at 10, he weighed 171 kilograms. When he passed away in 1926, he weighed over half a ton. He had contracted measles, which soon developed into uremia. He was 32 years old when he died. All his life a showman who appeared at carnivals and fairs, his coffin also made a statement. He was buried in a coffin the size of a piano case. 5. Kenneth Brumley. Kenneth Brumley gained the attention of the world when he appeared in Channel 4 Body Shock documentary Half Ton Dad. A father of 4, he weighed almost 468 kilograms, and had been bed-bound for 4 years. He was later accepted as a gastric bypass patient at the Renaissance Hospital in Houston, Texas. However, to get him out of the house to the hospital, a fire crew had to demolish a wall to pull him out. His first step in his treatment was to restrict him to a diet of 1,200 calories a day. On the diet, he lost 76 kilograms in 40 days. Doctors had to do the gastric bypass in stages, in addition to removing 18 kilograms tumors from between his legs. Each surgical removal lasted about 5 hours. By the end of the documentary, he was able to stand on his own 2 feet, even if only for a few seconds. 6. Michael Habranko. Michael Habranko's story is amazing in that during his lifetime, he gained and lost over 3,000 pounds, 1,360 kilograms, and gained a special mention by talk show host Oprah, as well as the attention of celebrity fitness coach Richard Simmons. At 34, his weight reached the peak of 1,100 pounds, 498 kilograms. "I have eaten 24 pork chops, 2 pounds of bacon, 3 dozen eggs at one sitting," he said. He eventually reached rock bottom and lost his will to live. Once, he put a gun into his mouth, and almost pulled the trigger. However, he instead wrote a letter to weight loss personality Richard Simmons. Richard then lost a world record-setting weight loss of more than 700 pounds, 317 kilograms, in 19 months. However, in his celebratory meals following his astounding weight loss, he quickly shot back up to weighing almost 1,000 pounds, 453 kilograms. His yo-yo weight loss story continued, and he had to be repeatedly hospitalized. He now resides in New York and weighs 550 pounds, 249 kilograms. 7. Mayra Rosales. Mayra Rosales made headline when she was accused of murdering her sister's son, but walked free when the court decided that she was too big to kill. Rosales, 31, from Texas said her defense was that she could not even have lifted her arm to strike her nephew, being as fat as she was. 2-year-old Eliso Jr. died in 2008, and 495 kilograms. Rosales claimed she caused his death when she fell onto him. However, investigations revealed that his death was due to a blow to the head. Rosales then confessed that she had invented the story to protect her sister Jamie, whom she said had hit the boy on the head with a hairbrush several times earlier in the day. Jamie later pleaded guilty to causing injury to a child, and was sentenced to 15 years in prison. The stress of the events caused Rosales' health to deteriorate to the point that she had to be hospitalized. She said she began retaining so much water in her legs that her skin stretched and developed sores, causing her immense pain. She has suffered chronic skin infections caused by the multiple folds of fat around her body. Doctors have attempted to treat her by removing much of the fat and liters of fluid from her body. 8. John Brower Minnick. John Brower Minnick lived from 1941 to 1983, and weighed probably more than 635 kilograms. It took 13 people just to roll him over in bed, and he suffered from massive edema, the collection of fluid in the body's tissues. Edema is suffered by many obese people, and at Minnick's peak, his body retained at least 408 kilograms of fluid. He had spent a better part of his life battling weight, having been heavy all his life. In 1963, he was 317 kilograms. In 1966, he was 442 kilograms. He was hospitalized at age 37 due to cardiac and respiratory failure, and was discharged from the hospital after 16 months on a strict diet of 1,200 calories per day. He passed away on September 10, weighing 362 kilograms, and leaving behind 2 children by his 50 kilograms wife Jeanette. The couple had reportedly won a world record for the greatest disparity in weight between husband and wife. 9. Terry Smith. Diet or die, this was what mother of one Terry Smith was told when doctors found out she weighed a hefty 317 kilograms. Suffering from intense headaches and needing a brain scan, she was too huge to fit into an MRI machine. Bedbound for at least 3 years, the 49-year-old woman required the assistance of her husband Myron and her eldest daughter Nadja, 30, to do anything. Smith said she had always been large. At age 7, she weighed almost 51 kilograms. She said she grew up on soul food and never thought twice about it, as it was everybody was doing. We never watched what we ate at all, and we didn't know what was healthy and what wasn't, she told the Daily Mail UK. When she turned 32, she developed severe arthritis in her knees and couldn't walk for more than a few steps, causing the weight to pile on. In addition, after her diuretic medication was changed, she gained a whopping 41 kilograms in 30 days. Smith is now embarking on a weight loss regimen of a healthy diet and exercise, in a bid to qualify for gastric bypass. 10. Jambik Katakov. Known as Jambik, an 11-year-old boy from Russia weighs 147 kilograms at height 157.5 centimeters, setting the world record for the fattest child in the world. At birth, he weighed 2.89 kilograms, which is a reasonable weight for a baby. However, by the time he reached a year old, he weighed 12.7 kilograms, and at age 3, he was lifting weights as heavy as 3 kg. At age 6, he was 71 kilograms, and since then he has gained nearly 50 kilograms on a diet of porridge and ice cream. His mother Nelia doesn't believe that his weight is cause for concern. She said that Jambik is just growing, and that's how God created him. However, Jambik is an active child, who practices wrestling 5 days a week and goes swimming often. He said that he wants to be a sportsman when he grows up, or even an Olympic champion. "I like to be strong," he said.